Alright, so we have our HTML complete for our timeline. Now we need to get into styling some of the core parts of the page. So if we open up style.css, in the last video we just created basically a global reset so that we could set all elements to have zero margin and zero padding. Alright, so the next thing that I want to style is the body, the HTML page body. Alright, so we're going to set the font family, and I'm going to set it to Arial, sans serif, and give it a background. I'm going to give it a background color of E9F0F5, which is basically like a light grayish bluish. And then that's it for the body. So another core element that I want to style is the paragraph, and I just want to give paragraphs a 10 pixel margin on the top and bottom, and that's all we need for the paragraphs. Alright, so container, you can see that we have, actually, you know what, we didn't wrap a container around our timeline. So we need to add a container, or else everything's going to just go across the whole browser, and we don't want that. So inside of the timeline div, I'm going to add a class of container. Okay, and I want to end it right above the ending timeline. And we'll put a little comment here. Alright, so let's style this container class. Okay, so let's put, now what I'm going to do here is this is going to be a responsive page, a responsive timeline, but when the browser or the screen is 940 pixels or more, I'm going to set a fixed width. Alright, and I want to do that because if the browser is open all the way like this, I don't want it to stretch out super far. I want to keep a limit on it. So I'm going to set a fixed width, and then when we create our media queries, we can change that to a fluid layout, okay, so that it'll actually adapt to the screen size. So for right now, I'm going to put a fixed width of 940 pixels, and I'm going to set the overflow to auto, and also set the margin to auto. Alright, so then it should be, there we go. So we got our background color, we have our width, and it's centered in the middle. So the next thing is the header. Alright, so the header, we're going to give it a background of 5E6482, which is a darker blue, kind of like the Facebook branding colors. We're going to give it a height of 70 pixels, and a color, text color should be white. And let's see, we want to align the text. I'm going to align it to the center. And what else? We'll give it a padding top of 20 pixels. Okay, let's just check that out. Okay, looks good. Next thing, I'm going to jump right to the footer, and which we did not add. I guess there's a few things I left. I apologize for that. So after section, I don't know why I did that. Okay, so the footer, I'm just going to have a paragraph, just a copyright. Let's say copyright copy 2014, and I'm just going to put CSS responsive timeline. All right, and save that. We don't need a container here because it's just a paragraph. We're just going to set it in the middle. Well, actually, I guess we should, since we did it with the header. I guess we should be consistent. So I'm just going to set a container inside of the footer. There we go. All right, now we'll style the footer. Okay, I'm going to give it, I'm just going to copy everything from header, and I'm going to take out, well, height, I'm going to change that. Let's see, what did I have this at? Let's try 30, 40. Color, white, text align, padding top, I'm not sure if we need that. Let's just check it out. No, padding top. Let's just get rid of, well, let's set it to 10. And let's put a padding bottom as well. All right, that looks good. All right, next. So next we're going to do the actual timeline div. Okay, so we have this class, or this ID of timeline, that wraps everything. So that's going to be the ID that gets the background image, the line down the middle. All right, so I'm going to go under the header, and this is actually an ID, so timeline, and we're going to give it a background, which is a URL, and it's not going to repeat. And as far as positioning, we're going to do 75% 0. So that'll put it in the middle. And let's see, images slash what is it called? Line.png, I think. All right, let's try that. Oh, let's see. I'm not sure what's went wrong here. We do need to repeat it. I forgot about that. We need to repeat it on the y-axis. All right, I'm not sure why. Maybe 75% wasn't right. Let's try 50%. There we go. I don't know why I had it as 75. Okay. So I'm going to give it a minimum height of 700 pixels, and also I want to give it a margin on the bottom. I don't want it to hit the footer. So let's see, the margin. Might as well do it to the top as well. Top and bottom. Okay. So that's really the base styling. All we really need to do now is the blocks, the events, and the years, and that stuff. So I'm going to stop this video here, and then we'll get into those custom styles in the next video.